Advocates, and today we're going to be speaking to the 6 steps to take after a car accident. As any case entails, oftentimes there's more than one interest at stake in a case. On a family case, you may have the issues of custody and also assets that you're considering. In a criminal defense case, you have the issues of your freedom as well as finances. And in a personal injury case, you often are dealing with the issues of your personal health and your recovery, but also damages that you may be entitled to from your accident. So it's important to keep both those things in mind, your health as well as potential damages in your case anytime you're in a serious car accident. So the first step after a car accident is to stop your vehicle. It's important that you take a moment, control yourself, make sure that you, all the passengers are okay, and that you move away from the vehicles to a safe location. The second thing to make sure you do is that you call the police. It's not enough to just simply exchange information, insurance with the other driver, the at-fault driver. It's important that you call 911 or call local law enforcement, have officers come to the scene, and create an accident report. And the importance of that is that it documents everyone's vehicle type, their tag information, their insurance providers, everyone's name, witnesses that are present, statements of people that are present. And one of the most important things is that you'll receive an accident reconstruction. Now, this is not the level of expertise that an accident reconstructionist that your personal injury attorney may hire later on in your case would create. However, it builds a framework for doing that down the road. And so it's important to have the officers come to the scene, document everything that they see, and have that information that you can provide to your personal injury attorney as well as the insurance providers or insurance adjusters. Now, when you speak to police, it is important that you reference the pain that you suffered. It's important that you not take responsibility or say that you are at fault for the accident. One thing to keep in mind is that you can't know the extent of your injuries at an early phase. So if you're asked questions of, are you okay? It's important you not say, I'm absolutely fine, nothing's happened to me, because that's something an insurance adjuster is trying to use against you in the future, even though they know that injuries often take days or weeks, especially in spinal injuries such as a cervical vertebra or whiplash injury or a lumbar disc injury. So the next step to make sure you do is take photographs. In the age of smartphones, everyone has a high quality camera in their pocket generally at all times, or at least the passenger car may. So it's important that you document every angle. Your personal injury attorney can help you to evaluate what photographs you will need or won't need down the road, but more is better in this situation. So be sure that you take photographs of the damage to your car. Make sure you take photographs of the damage to the other person's car. If you can, back away from the scene and take pictures that document the entire area, that show everything that's happened, what the lighting was like, what the weather conditions were like, where you were in relation to an intersection, maybe a stop sign, a stoplight, where other vehicles were located. And if you have injuries at the scene or if there's damage to the interior of your vehicle, it's important that you document that as well. In the 21st century, as a victim of a personal injury car accident, you have an advantage over people in the past that you can actually document what took place to a much greater extent than anyone could in the past. So it's important that you take advantage of that and take all the photographs that you can. Your attorney can help you sort out later what you need for your case and what will help you receive fair compensation for your injuries. Next, you want to gather information. So not only do you want law enforcement or the police to create their report, to document everyone at the scene and statements from people, but you want to identify people as well. So take note. Identify the people that are present. Ask them if you can get their name or their number so you can follow up with them later. Oftentimes, people that saw an accident like to stand around and watch and be part of the action, so to speak. And typically, they're more than willing to give you their name and their phone number. Additionally, make sure that you get the names and the phone numbers or the address, if possible, of every passenger in any vehicle, especially the driver of the at-fault vehicle and passengers in your car. Another important step, it goes along with this finding witnesses in the next phase. Those kind of overlap. You want to make sure if there's anyone at the scene who may have seen something that you or a passenger, if you're injured, that you reach out and try and contact them and get their information. Next, you want to make sure that you contact a personal injury lawyer as soon as possible. The insurance provider, the at-fault driver, will most likely contact you, record the phone call, and may try and gather information that could hurt your case. Now, it's fine to speak to your insurance provider before retaining a personal injury lawyer, but you want to make sure that you are not doing things that will mitigate the injuries that you have documented or haven't even documented yet. Another step or a bonus, step number 7, is make sure that you get medical treatment. It's important that in the first week after an accident, you're seen by a medical professional. And it's not sufficient to simply go to your family care, your general practitioner, because they may be an expert in family or general medicine, but they're not an expert in the areas that may document your injuries. So it's important that you go to an orthopedist or you go to a chiropractor. And if they determine that medical necessity applies, which it will if you have these injuries, they'll document those with an MRI. They'll document your injuries with x-rays, with your complaints of what your injuries are and how they progress through the next days and weeks. So not only are you making sure that your treatment is improving and that you're taking care of your body and doing everything that medicine can allow for to heal to the greatest extent possible, but also you're protecting your case and insulating the fact that you were injured, what the extent of those injuries are, what it's going to take for you to recover from those injuries, and the medical bills you have. Because the insurance company is a business. They don't want to expend any funds that they don't have to. But if you're able to, with the assistance of your personal injury attorney, document the full extent of your injuries with third-party information from trained professionals who are saying, this is what we are seeing, these are the injuries this person is suffering from. And if you're able to compile those medical bills, if you're able to gather witness information, take photographs of the scene, and document with an accident report, you will make sure that you're not only protecting your future and your physical health, but you're also making sure that you're protecting your personal injury case. And no amount of money is worth your health, but it's important that if you can, you're doing everything possible to protect both those interests. Again, I'm John Cannon, Cannon Associates, your fierce advocate. If you have any more questions about personal injury that you'd like to have answered, please feel free to reach out to us. You can send us a message. You can call us by phone. You can reach out to us through Facebook or our YouTube page, and we'd be happy to try and answer your questions for you.